Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to create a simple floor plan. Let's get started. Before we start drawing, we need to set our workspace. What I like to do is to set the units first by typing UN and then press enter. I'm gonna choose architecture as I'm gonna use inches and feet. I'm gonna set the precision to 0. Insertion scale, I'm gonna set it to inches. I'm gonna leave the angle. Once I'm done, press OK. After this, I will set my object snap by clicking on the icon below. Click Object Snap Settings. I will check endpoint, midpoint, extension, and then perpendicular. Once you're done, press OK. Lastly, I'm gonna click the Layers property. Here, I'm gonna put my pointer on this edge, right click, allow docking. I'm gonna do it again, right click, anchor left. So every time I go here, it will open up. Now let's create some layers. So the first layer that I'm gonna create is window. So I'm gonna click new layer in this icon. I'm gonna put window. I'm gonna click new layer. I'm gonna type in doors. I'm gonna click it again, and then I'm gonna type wall. So once you're done, you will have doors, walls, and windows. Now you have to change their colors so that you can differentiate each one of them. So the door, I'm gonna choose cyan. For the window, I'm gonna choose green. And for the walls, I'm gonna choose magenta. So once you're done, you just need to hover on the right side. So now that we created some layers, we can now click here to set the walls. After selecting the walls, we can now create the walls by clicking rectangle. I'm gonna click on the first insertion point. I'm gonna type in D for dimension, or I could click here. Press enter. It will ask you for the first length. I'm gonna put 39 feet. And then 6 inches. As you can see, I don't need to put the double comma on the 6-inch. So you just need to press enter. For the second length, I'm gonna put 25 feet and then 5 inches and then press enter. After that, it will ask you for your orientation. You just need to click. Now we have our exterior wall. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight everything. I'm gonna click move, and then I'm just gonna move it up, and then I'm gonna turn on my ortho. Press escape, and then we're set. After that, we can type in offset and then press enter. The thickness of our exterior wall will be 12-inch or 1 foot. So I'm gonna type in 12-inch. Press enter. Select the wall. Let's go inner. So I'm gonna click it again and then press exit. So our exterior wall will be done. So now let's create our interior wall. Click the line. Go to the endpoint, but without clicking. Because our extension object snap is turned on, we could glide on this path. You can type in 13 feet and then 10 inches. Press enter. So from 13 feet, 10 inches, we could start on this point. Because our perpendicular object snap is turned on, we could just click it there. Let's do it again. Line. Let's go to the endpoint and just hover on this line. Type in 10 feet, 5 inches. And let's just click it there. Let's do it again for the washroom. I'm gonna go to this endpoint without clicking. I'm gonna put in 17 feet. And then I'm gonna type in 8 feet, 1 inches. And then I'm gonna close it out. And then press escape to exit the command. Type offset again. Press enter. I want my interior wall to be 6 inches. So I'm gonna type in 6 and then enter. So I'm gonna offset this line, this line, this line, and lastly this line. Press escape to exit the command. So before we go further, I want to clean this up. So to do that fast, you will need to select everything. Type in TR, short for trim. Press enter. and then we could trim all of this line. Let's trim this. This one. And lastly, this one. Press Escape to exit the command. So now that we've done the exterior and interior wall, we can now go move it on the side, and we could create the doors and windows. So the first thing I have to do is I have to set the layers to doors. So once I did that, click the rectangle command, click on the point, and then let's type D for dimension, and then press enter. So the first length will be 2 inch, enter, and then 4 inch, enter. So now I have the door jamb. I'm gonna create a copy by selecting everything and then hitting copy. I'm gonna copy it 34 actually, and then enter. Press escape to exit the command. I'm just gonna double check if it's 36. So it's 36. It's because I put 34. It's because I already have 2 inch here. Now let's create the door itself. Click in rectangle. I'm gonna put it in the midpoint. I'm gonna type in D for dimension and then enter. I'm gonna specify the first length to be 1 inch, enter, and 36, 34, enter. And then click it again for the orientation. After that, click circle, and then create your circle up to here. And then I'm just gonna click on the line to create a separation here. And I'm gonna remove this line afterwards. Once I'm done, I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna type TR and then enter. I'm gonna select this area and I'm gonna trim this one as well. Press escape to exit, and then I'm just gonna erase this and this by clicking this one. Press escape, and we've done the door. Now let's create the window. My plan is to have two kinds of window. I want larger window here. That will be 5 feet. Smaller window here. Another large window here. And a small window here. So my first window, the smaller one, will be 3 feet. And the larger window will be 5 feet. So to start, let's set the layer to Windows. I'm gonna click on the rectangle. I'm gonna select the first point, and then I'm gonna type in D for dimension. So the first one will be 3 feet. So I'm gonna type in 3 feet. And then the width length will be the thickness of this, which is 12 inches or 1 foot. Enter. Select a point anywhere here to finish the command. So we have our window. Let's select the line. Go on the endpoint without clicking and type in 4 inch. Enter. And then close this line. So select this line, click mirror, go to your midpoint, click there, and click anywhere in the space. Type in no, so N, and then enter, and escape to exit the command. Lastly, click on the line. I'm gonna click on the midpoint here and the midpoint there. Press escape to finish the command. Now we've finished one of the window. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything, select copy. I'm gonna copy it from here to here. Press escape. Then I'm gonna convert this from 3 feet to 5 feet. So I'm gonna select only this area. I'm gonna type in S for stretch and then press enter. I'm gonna click on the space and then from 3 feet to 5 feet, so that's 2 feet, and then enter, and then press escape. Let's check the dimension. This should be 60 inches. So as you can see, 60 inches. Press escape. So after we created the doors and windows, it's a good idea to create blocks out of this. So to do this, we already set the windows layers first. So I'm gonna create the window. So click on create. I'm gonna name it window 1. Pick point. Let's choose the midpoint of this and then select the object. Press enter and then press OK. Let's create the window 2. Create window 2. Pick point, the midpoint of this. Select the objects. Press enter and then press OK. So we've done the window 1 and window 2. Now the doors. Move into the layers doors. Click create. Type in doors. Pick a point. Let's put it in this midpoint. And then select the objects. Press enter and then press OK. So we've done creating the blocks. So as you can see, we could select everything in one click. I'm gonna move this. So I'm gonna select everything, click move. So the fast way of inserting all the blocks is to prepare all the orientation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna click on the mirror and then type in no or N and then enter. I'm gonna select it again. I'm gonna I'm gonna mirror, click on the mirror, the first point and the second point, and then I'm gonna click no and then enter. I'm gonna select everything again. Now I'm just gonna click copy. I'm gonna move it from this point to this point. I'm gonna press escape to exit the command. Now I'm gonna select everything and rotate it. I'm gonna select the midpoint of this, and then I'm gonna select the space here for it to turn around. So now let's copy the window, select copy from this point to this point, press escape, select everything again. Let's rotate it now, click rotate. I'm gonna rotate it from here to there. So in this way, you could just keep copying the doors and the windows once we're ready to put it. That's about it for the first part of the video. We were able to set our workspace, the units, we created layers, we draw our walls, doors, and windows, and we created block on those. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.